What's going on, everybody? I'm here with You're basically a staple for this for these profiles, bro.
Heck yeah!
Once again, top 8. You already secured. You're finishing X1, right?
Yeah, X1.
So you're 7-1 at the Prodigy Games Regional here for Age of Overlord. So, once again, introduce yourself. How you doing?
Nice to meet you. I'm Hunter Lloyd. I really like Labrynth. I played every version of it from branded Labrynth, Plunder Labrynth, regular Labrynth. Now this time I'm bringing to you Combo Lab.
All right.
Yeah. So most people really think that.
Keep it a little low so we can.
Yeah, I got you here. A lot of people really think that Combo Lab is like really just setting a bunch of trap cards. Yeah, that's part of it, but there's actually a lot of like small intricacies that everyone doesn't know. And I'm playing a lot of really cool cards now that actually overperformed within the regional scene. Here's the big ones. I personally believe this ratio should never change. It's the only ratio you should never play them at. However, we do have a new addition to the list, which is Pink Girl. Pink Girl is an essential part of this strategy now because she actually just tutors out any one of the fiends from the deck. I've been on this card for a while on a few different lists, but it really cements in the combo version of the deck. Basically, a lot of people don't really know what she does. She has 2 effects, much like Ariana. So they share the same effect of if a monster leaves the field by a trap effect, you get to draw 1 and then special. But the reason why she's different is that she can use both of her effects while Ariana can only use 1. Her other main effect is she searches, but she summons from the deck. So you send a trap from your hand or side of the field to the graveyard to summon any 4 or lower fiend from your deck. This card is insane. Next, you have 3 Rewind. One of the best cards in the deck. Basically, the entire one of the reasons why the deck works. Deck's amazing. Being able to Karma Cannon your opponent turn 0 to turn off most of their deck is amazing. Doesn't even come close. Double Clock. I've been trying out Double Clock. I've been liking him a lot, mostly because a lot of people SP him away, so you just need another way. But I also have now found out a new way to put him back into the loop, even if he gets banished once. So it comes up a lot. 3 of the Idiots. If you don't play Max, you're just wrong. A new addition that I also started to try was Backjack. He's like Arius, but he's a really good discard for the for Shandragon Torby. He's also a level 1 fiend, so it actually has really good synergy with the deck. And so because you're playing a much higher trap count now, the card just becomes phenomenal. For the non-fiends in the deck, I played 2 Lord. With this edition of the deck, because of Ariadne, he's now searchable if you resolve her effect, which is absolutely phenomenal. 2 Ash. And that's all the monsters. I have 3 Extravagance and 1 Setup. This is a very new addition that I've been trying. This was my secret tech of the day. Every single time I activated this card, once a match, I did the combo. So the combo basically does is that if you have Arius plus either Trap Trick or Big Welcome, and then any trap card or any monster, either or, you basically are allowed to set any 2 trap cards from your deck, search Lord of Heavenly Prison, and if you have like Ariana access already, you can also get access to Big Welcome for free. So you have everything. So what this card does is you could target 2 Labrynth spell or traps that are either in the graveyard or banished, put them back into your deck, and then you could set any 2 trap cards from your deck that are non-Labrynth cards, as long as you control a Labrynth monster. So what ends up happening is that you go summon this, effect, pitch a trap card, effect, search this, activate it, put back 2 welcomes, set 2 trap cards, and then the overlay 2 4s to make Lord of the Heavenly Prison. And so that happens a lot more now because if you go Arius into Trap Trick, you can actually just trigger this for free most of the time.
So you're saying Lord of Heavenly Prison so many times. I'm like, what do you mean you're adding Lord of Heavenly Prison? So I'm assuming now you're adding Gallant Granite so you can search a rock.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. That's the bridge. That's crazy.
So the cool thing now is that you get to play a lot more trap cards. And so people think you're playing a trap deck, which in fact, not really, you're playing a combo deck, but just with the trap engine. Like how Burning Abyss used to play. So you play like 3 Daruma Cannon, 3 Big, this. You want to see this card as much as possible, so that's why I played that and 3 Trap Trick. Because Trap Trick theoretically is also Big Welcome, Little Welcome, or Daruma Cannon. as well as Imperm. So this is just one of the most versatile cards within the deck. And if you activate and resolve this card, it's usually a game ending. 90% of the time, especially when they go first. I also play 2 Punishment. Punishment's a lot better in the deck now because, one, because of figuring out Lord of Heavenly Prison combos, but also just extra cards in the extra deck that are like now more playable. The 2 cards that I was really setting off of setup though, because I kept finding myself really wanting 2 special cards. Like, I just needed a card to activate, just to flip up and it just does something, a Floodgate, which was DD Grounds, and then a card that like made it so they couldn't win the game and got to steal all the knowledge, which was Erad. So my ending board would be like, set these 2, Lord and Heavenly Prison in hand, protecting all the cards, and then I would have like Gallant Granite somewhere here, and then a little, either a little or a big welcome off like Stovey Torby, or a big room. And then the deck just combos back into itself, as everyone knows. So what would happen is you would go activate DD Grounds, summon, set follow-up, Erad, sack this off, look at the spells, and so most of the time, most decks cannot play through no graveyard, no spells, and or traps, depending on what they're playing. The final 3 cards, 1 Terror Roots, because you just need like some form of backer removal in the main deck, and the double Gozen. Gozen only came up once today. It came up against Sprite. It was actually a pretty cool card. I locked an Angler in its place, and it solo carried the game by itself in that matchup. It was great.
So that is 50?
50, yeah.
50 cards, man.
Yeah, 50 cards. The reason why 50 though is because you don't really want to see 2 of the same trap card, because the only trap card that's not once per turn is Daruma Cannon. So you can activate like triple Daruma Cannon theoretically, but you need to find engine pieces, and that's why there's so many engine cards, if that makes sense.
Okay.
For the extra deck, I had to cut Chaos Angel to 1 because I wanted to play double Typhon in this list and double Muckracker. So most people play like 2 to 3 of each of them just for extravagance reasons. I found myself a lot more of the time making Typhon over Chaos Angel just because this is just a much better card. Would I bump it to 3? Possibly, but I really wanted to test out ratios for this event. Obviously the 1 Gallant Granite. I decided to play Masquerade and SP. SP came up once today, but Masquerade I never actually made it, so you can maybe cut it. I just like it just in case if you just have a little, the big welcome combo, because you can just make Masquerade a lovely with big welcome set, so it's just like more interruptions. I also play 1 Anima. He's really just for Coup Clock and Backjack, so if you only have like Backjack and no furniture, you can roll Backjack, go into this, stack your deck so like you could try to find engine. It happened once, it came up. I took a Bestial with it. It was cool. I play also Super Poly on the side deck because that card is just literally broken. These 2, they count both as Super Poly targets and Punishment targets, but they have a lot of versatility within the deck. So if you Punishment and send one of these idiots, this one summons a Banish Fiend from your from the Banish pile. So you'll Punishment, send this, they'll Bestial like Lovely or something. You can just banish this, summon back to Lovely. This one summons from the graveyard, so this one could just be like followed for like an Ariana, or if you need to protect yourself, it can summon back like a Lady or a Lovely. So it actually cards, like, these cards actually came up from a fair bit, especially against like Rescue Aces. Final card is Test for Punishment. 15 extra deck, obviously. Side deck. 3 Bestials. The deck plays really well with Bestials. Getting multiple uses out of them is really helpful. 3 Lava Golem. I actually never sided into it. You can cut it if you want. I Super Poly'd 1 person today. It was alright. Didn't Lightning Storm anybody. I even lead 1 person. That was cool. And then I decided to side deck Barrier instead of main decking it like I normally do. That was a mistake. I should have just main decked the card because I played like Kamal LeBlanc. If you know who Casey Hutchinson is, I played him. We'll just say I played a lot of really good Florida players. So, and a lot of them are playing like barrier decks. So that was unfortunate. But anyway, that's the profile.